Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of How Much House for the Money. How's everybody out there doing? It's good to be back with you. Hope your glass is full of gratitude on this beautiful day. We're moving into another beautiful state of interest, so if you're new to the channel, you're welcome to subscribe and join our growing community. This is where we venture through state to state, through town to town, to see how much house, cabin, and acreage we can get for our money. And we're going to continue on looking at houses with low prices, with the potential, with the well, the septic, and the utilities. And so this is one that we're looking at. This one is on 5 acres of land with a detached garage and the house there, and it's $59,000. Then we have this one that's on 2.78 acres, a brick ranch for $40,000. And then this one here is on 3.2 acres for $35,000. So again, if we're looking at the well and the septic and the electric and they're all in good shape, these may be really good buys. So I'm going to take a look at the descriptions for these and some details while we move into the beautiful state of Kentucky today. So if any of you want to move to Kentucky, you're going to be living with around 4.5 million people. The weather was in the high 50s, low 60s, and a little bit cloudy, but it's supposed to be sunny for the rest of the week, according to the Weather Channel for Kentucky. And it is getting mighty chilly at night, so let's help our people of Tennessee and in the mountains of the Carolinas. Let's get them what they need. And check out my previous episodes for the drop-off locations and meal stations for Tennessee, the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. So let's do what we can to help one another. And so let's see where we're going here. And I do want to say that the real estate tax rate in Kentucky is 0.80% also, before I forget. So let's see, we're going to look at this pole building here. Now, this one, I'm not sure if it does have the well, the septic, and the electric. It's a pole building on 2 acres nonetheless. Looks like a fairly new build. It's been on the market for 21 days, and it's on 2 acres in Powderly, Kentucky. So we look at Powderly, Kentucky. We are right here above Greenville and below Central City. So here we are on the map, and Evansville and Henderson, Kentucky are right up here to the north, and Nashville, of course, isn't too far down to the south, and Louisville is up here to the northeast. And this is at 533 Guy Street. Now it's $65,000 with 2 acres of land, and I do believe this one's going to need to be finished. We could add a deck onto this, a porch. It is green and pale yellow with some windows. Beautiful 2-acre parcel. No trees directly on top of it or landscaping, so you can add your own Kentucky perennials. So there's our electric pole, and I'm not sure if we have connection. So here it is framed out, right down to the plywood floor. And then there is the framed rooms. When you're there in person, this is going to look way different, I would imagine. You could find out what the width is between the hallway and the hallway there. But so this is one that can be finished up in Powderly, Kentucky on 2 acres. Really nice pole building right here, and it's at 533 Guy Street. Now it says here that the house, that you can literally make it your own, a lot of potential, 2 separate lots side by side, and it's already framed out, as we see, with a 3 bedrooms and a master bath with another possible bathroom and a utility room, but it doesn't say if there's any connection or the well and the septic, so we're going to assume that there is not. And because if there was, you think that they would have included that, but sometimes these listing agents, you've got to wonder sometimes, but nonetheless, it was listed in January of this year for $69,900. Then they removed it, and then they're trying it a couple of times. Now they're back at $65,000, and again, the real estate tax rate is 0.80%. And this is in Powderly, Kentucky. It's been on the market for 21 days, and probably are not going to see a whole lot. We do have some mobile homes for neighbors, and that's totally fine. Can't really see much of anything else, so let's look at our satellite view here. Okay, we're in rural Kentucky in Powderly right here, but it doesn't look like we're too terribly far from town. 2 acres with a pole building, 533 Guy Street, $65,000. Now we're going to move into Viper, Kentucky. This is $59,000, so let's look at Viper. We're below Hazard right here on the map. We're below Prestonburg. And so here we are, right, we're below southeast of Lexington and Richmond, Kentucky, right here on the map. So here we are above Hyden and below Bonnyman and below Hazard. And we're right near happy Kentucky. Let's all be happy, shall we? Why not? Okay, so this is at 1293 Lick Branch, Maces Creek Road. $59,000. This has 5 acres of land with it, 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, 625 square foot house with a 2-car detached garage. It's been on the market for 54 days. Never be afraid to make that offer. Have your home inspections. Make your offer based on what you feel the home is worth to you. And whether you're paying $20,000 or $400,000, make sure you have that appraisal. Or however, if you are handy, or if you're a carpenter, you want to learn how to do this with help from a friend. If you pay cash, just base it on what you feel it's worth. This was built in 1987, and so let's see. It's been on the market 54 days, 5 acres. Let's see what we're getting for $59,000. So here we see the 2-car garage. And then there's the structure, kind of built right into the hill there. There's our driveway. We're way off the road. Provide some privacy. Now this is going to be a mess. We're going to need a dumpster. And we have ceiling issues. Looks like they might have started working on it and maybe gave up. But this is the kind of place where we have to roll up our sleeves, get our hands dirty, and be prepared to make it our own and do what we can to salvage what we can on the 5 acres. We have to consider what a well and septic and a running utility such as your electric will cost, right? So when we're looking at $59,000, $40,000, and $35,000, these may be really good buys. And you never know what the county regulations are going to allow. So there might be other ways to have housing on these properties. Maybe you could bring some campers in, maybe a tiny house community. We never know until we look into these things, and we could help house some people that need it. This one's definitely going to need some attention, but we're looking at $59,000 and 5 acres with a well and the septic and the electric, if that in fact is in good working order. But this one's $59,000 with a 2-car detached garage with a shingle roof on both the house and the garage. Does have a covered porch on the house. Looks like the house is a raised ranch or 2-story. Do have a creek on the property. And look at this, a nice chain link fence. That certainly adds some value. It's one less thing a buyer's going to have to worry about. Plus the gate there, so it gives you a little more privacy. Looks like a very pretty parcel. Okay, so let's get some details on this one. And this is at 1293 Lick Branch, Maces Creek Road, Weichert, Kentucky. And it says here, mostly fenced, needs repairs, sold as is, private retreat on 5 acres. And don't forget about the rural agricultural loans. Every state has them. This could qualify. And the house, again, was built in 87. And when we look at the history, it was just listed. So the house is 37 years old. 5 acres of land. You never know what you're going to get until you investigate it a little bit closer. Weichert, Kentucky. Okay, now we're moving into Dixon, Kentucky. So Dixon on the map is right here below Hendersonville or Evansville and Henderson right here, not far from the last house. So here we are above Clay, to the east of Clay and to the east of Williams. So here we are on the map. So Louisville is up here to the northeast. So here we are in Dixon. And this is at 639 West State Route 132. This is $40,000 on 2.78 acres, 3-bedroom and a 1-bath house. It's a brick ranch. And it does say it has a 2-car garage. So let's see what we're getting with this one. $40,000 and hopefully a good well and septic. See the electric line. A lot of maintenance to do with the landscaping, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's really pretty how the 2 trees, one on each side of that property. Okay, so this one we may need a dumpster for also. There is a fireplace. We do have laminate flooring. Do have some tin on the wall there. Okay, so we have some issue maybe with the ceiling. Do see some counter, or some cabinets, I should say. Looks like vinyl flooring that might have to be replaced from what we see there. Kind of hard to see, it's awfully dark. But again, that's why we want to look at these in person and investigate them, have the home inspections, take somebody you trust that knows what they're talking about with you, and see what's up. Want to always find out how long they've been vacant. Ask about the utility bills, if they've had a water test, gallons per minute on the well. And there's another view. So this is a brick ranch, 639 West State Road, 132, and $40,000. Been on the market a day. And it says here, brick ranch on 2.78 acres with a detached garage and additional outbuilding. So there we go. If we want to farm it, the home will not qualify for government-backed loans, cash, or conventional loan only, but may qualify for the rural rehab loan. That's what it's all about. Salvage these properties. And it was just listed. And again, the real estate tax rate is 0.80%. So let's look at our street view for this one, if it shows us anything. Look at that beautiful parcel. Wow. Really pretty rural area of Kentucky. We do have some neighbors. That looks very pretty. But we want to due diligence when we're moving into new areas, of course. Okay, so here is a satellite view. We're in the thick of things here. Lots of trees and green space. Privacy. Dixon, Kentucky. Okay, so now we are moving into, and again, that's $40,000 on 2.78 acres. Now we're going to move into Ravenna, Kentucky. So when we look at Ravenna on the map, we are in Estill County, where the population was 605 in 2010. So here we are in Ravenna. So we're right below Irvine. We're below Cobb Hill. Cottage Hill and the Forks are up to the north. So here's Ravenna on the map right here. And so when we scroll out, we have Lexington up here to the northwest, Jeffersonville up to the north. So here we are to the east of Richmond, Kentucky, and to the west of Slade and Campton, and Boonville, Kentucky is down here to the southeast. So this one is at 585 Watson Ridge Road, and this is on 3.2 acres of land for $35,000. It's a 1,008 square foot house with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Now this one's been on the market 117 days. So as I've mentioned many times on this channel, the longer they're on the market, they don't increase in value, that's for sure. And you want to ask how long they've been vacant, get the utility bills and things. So this looks like it's vinyl sided with a long covered porch and a metal roof. And again, it's Ravenna, Kentucky. So let's see what we're getting for $35,000. We may need a dumpster for this one also. But these are the kind of prices, we have to roll up our sleeves and get our hands a little dirty, not be afraid of a little hard work. This looks really cute. Look how clean that ceiling line is there, that roof line. So here's our beautiful covered porch for our coffee and conversation, or a cocktail, or a cool glass of tea or water. Cheers, everybody. It does have vinyl siding, shutters along the vinyl window. Nice railings, lattice across the front there. But I'm having a feeling we're going to need a dumpster for this one. But again, we're looking at the acreage along with the parcel, the acreage slash parcel. It's been a long day. And if that well and septic are good, man, 3.2 acres. Okay, so there's the road. Put up a nice fence in front of this. Or you can just take it right down to the studs and start over, because that's what it looks like it's going to need to happen. So we're going to have to look past the filth and the mess. But it's $35,000. Yeah, it looks like the ceiling caved right in. So maybe they put a roof on it recently. But when you get there in person, you get down to the nitty gritty. So here we can salvage some French doors, maybe some cabinets. Looks like it had vinyl flooring. Looks like they laid some insulation in the walls. Looks like vinyl windows. We could salvage windows. We can salvage doors. There's more windows. It's hard to say what's going on with it until you get there. But it's a complete mess at the moment. But that's okay. They can be fixed. Land can be used, utilized. Here's what we see of the bathroom. Roll up your sleeves, put some gloves on, clean it all out, and call it your own. Make yourself a fire pit. It's getting a little chilly, though, in the evenings, and we have to do what we can to help our people in Tennessee and the Carolinas get out of those mountains or get the help that they need. Clothing, water, food, whatever we can do to help. Make sure you check out the previous episodes because I do share food stations for North and South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida, along with drop-off locations. So let's clean out our closets and do what we can to just provide the essentials and the things people need and help our people. So again, this one is at 585 Watson Ridge Road, and this is on 3.2 acres. Ravenna, Kentucky, 40472. It's been on the market 117 days, and it says here, country setting, tranquil environment, great for nature lovers, gardening, raising some livestock. There is extensive work to restore it, but it does have a lot of potential. And then when we look at the history of this one, it was sold in 1994 for $27,500, sold in 08 for $27,000. Now they're asking $35,000 for it, and the real estate tax rate is 0.80%. So let's look at our satellite view here. Here we are. Wow, we are in the thick of it in Kentucky. Ravenna, Kentucky. The green all around. Beautiful spot right there. For anyone that wants to have peace and quiet and start over or just have a place in the country from somewhere else. There we have it. Watson Ridge Road, Ravenna, Kentucky, 40472. So here's this one on 3.2 acres for $35,000. Or we have this one for $40,000, a brick ranch on 2.78 acres. Or we have this one, a 2-story with a 2-car detached garage on 5 acres. Or we have this pole building on 2 acres. And this will be Kentucky for today. Wherever you guys are, I hope you are having a fabulous day and your glass is full of gratitude and you're with those that you love and we are living life for today, right? It's always good to be with you. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Let's share these episodes and get people the houses that they need. Wells, septics, they can start over, they can glamp, bring a camper, whatever we can do to help. So it's always good to be with you. And until the next state of interest, please stay safe, stay aware, and definitely stay tuned. And all listing descriptions and details will be in the description box below. Have a great day. Cheers, everybody.